What if I told you that the internet once tried to create the perfect tech influencer, and somehow it succeeded? Only it didn't build a machine, it built a human. A human so precise, so consistent, so impossibly aligned with what the algorithm wanted, that it blurred the line between engineered perfection and natural brilliance. This is the story of Marques Brownlee, a man whose mastery of technology, timing, and trust made him the algorithm's chosen one. He didn't game the system, he became the system's greatest creation. The beginning. Curiosity in a bedroom. Before the million-dollar setups and cinematic lighting, there was a teenager in a bedroom. A laptop, a webcam, and a voice that simply wanted to explain things better. Marques Brownlee, known online as MKBHD, didn't enter YouTube to chase fame or fortune. He entered it out of curiosity. In 2008, he started uploading videos about gadgets and tech accessories. Simple reviews, screen captures, early tutorials. The production was basic, the editing minimal, but the focus was pure. He didn't just talk about technology, he translated it. His tone was measured, his delivery clear, his curiosity real. Each upload became an experiment. Every view was data, every comment was feedback. Without realizing it, he was training both himself and something larger. An invisible system that would come to dominate the digital world. The algorithm. Where others chased virality, Marques pursued precision. While most creators looked for shortcuts, he built from fundamentals. In the chaos of early YouTube, his clarity became an anomaly, and anomalies attract attention. The experiment that became real. As YouTube evolved, so did its systems. The algorithm began to reward certain behaviors. Retention, pacing, engagement, clarity. What it wanted was consistency, content that viewers would trust and return to. Marques had been unknowingly training himself to deliver exactly that. His speech patterns were deliberate, his pacing natural, his thumbnails, simple but symmetrical, caught attention without deception. The algorithm didn't have to adjust to him, it adjusted for him. And while millions of creators were trying to reverse engineer the system, Marques had already built a style that fit its core logic: make the viewer stay. That's the hidden irony. The algorithm didn't build Marques Brownlee. Marques built himself so efficiently that the algorithm couldn't help but amplify him. He wasn't chasing trends, he was defining the behavior that trends would later imitate. The metrics of mastery. Every platform measures the same things: clicks, watch time, engagement. But metrics only tell one side of the story. What the data doesn't show is intent. Marques never optimized for attention. He optimized for understanding. He'd rather spend hours explaining why a feature matters than rush to be first. And yet, this deep focus on clarity made his videos algorithmically perfect. Every shot, every transition, every thumbnail feels engineered for balance. Warm light, clean frame, confident tone, no gimmicks, no over-editing, just unshakable trust. The algorithm thrives on predictability, but audiences crave authenticity. Marques bridges both worlds. He became the rare creator whose consistency is not robotic, but human, predictably genuine. That's why he isn't just successful, he's irreplaceable. The studio of precision. Walk into MKBHD's studio today, and it feels less like a YouTube set and more like a futuristic lab. Everything is calculated, from the light temperature to the echo profile of the room. Cameras rest on robotic arms that glide with mechanical precision, while his team calibrates every detail down to the millimeter. But here's what's fascinating. For all its automation, the studio never feels sterile. The human remains in the loop. Ronaldo has his gym, musicians have their instruments, Marques has his cameras. The studio is both his workshop and his sanctuary, a space where technology obeys creativity, not the other way around. And even though the machines capture every moment, it's the imperfections that make them beautiful. The unscripted laughter, the honest reaction, the look of surprise when a product actually impresses him. Those moments remind viewers that behind the flawless visuals is someone genuinely excited about the world of tech. That's the secret: precision without pretension. Trust is the new currency. In an era where views can be bought, trends can be faked, and authenticity can be simulated, trust is the rarest commodity. Marques built his empire on it. When he says a phone is great, people believe him. When he criticizes a company, they listen. That level of credibility isn't earned through exposure. It's earned through consistency. Over time, his voice became the benchmark. His reviews aren't just watched, they're cited, referenced, and respected by fans and CEOs alike. Even brands understand that a mention from MKBHD carries more weight than a full-scale marketing campaign, because trust, once established, outlasts every algorithm change. And the reason people trust him isn't just his expertise, it's his restraint. In an age of hot takes and constant uploads, he stays patient. He waits until he's sure. And when he finally speaks, his words carry authority. That's the kind of influence even algorithms can't fake. A human in the machine. Artificial intelligence can analyze data. It can mimic speech patterns, lighting setups, and editing rhythms. But it can't replicate curiosity. Marques doesn't just review tech. He asks why it exists, how it feels, and what it means for the people who'll use it. That's why his videos don't feel like ads. They feel like explorations. He speaks the language of technology, but he translates it into the language of humanity. Viewers come for the specs, but they stay for the understanding. That's the paradox of MKBHD. He embodies everything the machine wants: clarity, retention, precision, yet he remains inherently human. He's not the result of code, he's the product of curiosity. In a digital world obsessed with optimization, he represents something rare: a human algorithm. The craft of control. Every frame of an MKBHD video feels intentional. There's rhythm in the pacing, harmony in the visuals, restraint in the design. The algorithm rewards structure, and Marques has mastered it like an art form. But what makes his style so powerful isn't perfection, it's evolution. Watch his earliest videos and his most recent uploads side by side. You'll see a timeline of improvement so consistent it's almost mathematical. Lighting improves, editing sharpens, delivery matures. The audience doesn't just witness his reviews, they witness his growth. That growth builds emotional connection. People don't just trust the creator, they root for him. They've seen him refine his process in real time. That transparency, showing the work, not just the result, turns followers into believers. It's not luck, it's repetition. The same precision he brings to his reviews, he applies to his evolution, and the algorithm in turn rewards that discipline endlessly. Metrics can't measure magic. Data can explain why people click. It can't explain why they care. Marques's power lies in the unmeasurable, in the pauses before he speaks, in the moments when he smiles because a piece of text simply works better than expected. Those micro reactions create something that no machine can quantify: emotional resonance. He never tells you how to feel. He makes you feel it with him. That's why even after hundreds of videos, the formula never gets old. It's not because he's changing the algorithm, it's because he's changing the relationship between humans and technology. For millions of people, his reviews are not just product breakdowns. They're digital philosophy sessions disguised as entertainment. They remind us that even in a hyper-automated world, understanding still matters. The algorithm's favorite human. Imagine an AI trying to design the perfect creator. It would prioritize charisma, precision, consistency, and engagement. It would measure timing, tone, and trust. But there's one thing it could never replicate: intention. Marques Brownlee's intention has always been clear: to explore, to explain, to share. And that intention radiates through every pixel of his videos. He is what the algorithm always wanted to create but never could. Someone who satisfies the system without surrendering to it. He's not a cog in the machine. He's proof that humans can outperform algorithms by simply being more human. That's why the algorithm keeps choosing him. That's why every video ranks. That's why every upload trends. He doesn't serve the system serves him. The future of influence. As artificial intelligence begins to flood the creative space, writing scripts, generating thumbnails, automating voices, the question arises: what's left for the human creator? Marques already answered that. Authenticity is the new innovation. The more automated content becomes, the more valuable real curiosity becomes. The more artificial voices dominate the feed, the more refreshing and honest human perspective feels. That's why his legacy isn't just about gadgets or tech reviews. It's about setting a new standard for human creativity in the age of machines. He's not competing with AI. He's showing it what excellence looks like. Keep watching, keep building, keep asking. If the algorithm ever truly sought a hero, it would find numbers, metrics, and data points. But those things don't inspire people. What inspires people is curiosity, the desire to understand how things work, the courage to keep improving, the discipline to create something great, even when no one's watching. That's what Marques Brownlee represents. He didn't wait for the algorithm to notice him. He built something so good it had no choice. And in doing so, he became the perfect paradox. A creator shaped by technology, yet defined by humanity. So keep watching, keep building, and never stop asking the next question. Because somewhere between human instinct and machine precision lies the future of creation. And in that space, one name stands tall: Marques Brownlee. The algorithm didn't make him. It just realized he was what it had been searching for all along. A tribute by NullFrame Labs. No faces, no filters, just the future.